morning, Shlog fans. It is episode 10. I just got done shooting The Gospel of Two Wheels, which went really well. Thank you guys if you watched that also. If you don't, check it out. I think it's pretty good. It's a weekly live show we do here on YouTube. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. We also film it live on Facebook. By the way, if you haven't followed us on Facebook, please do. It's just facebook.com/Highland Cycles. We do lots of fun things over there as well as here on YouTube. Anyway, it's a good time. I got to get to work, get after it. We got to put that CRF back together today when the carb kit shows up. I got some ATV stuff we won't talk about. And then we got some more dirt bikes. Got an XR100 we're going to be working on real soon. I don't know if we're going to get to it today, but soon. And then also the cylinder is on its way back for the 300 rebuild. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell because we're going to be putting a crank into a KTM 300. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty cool. And hopefully you'll learn something. See you guys in a bit. Coolest bike I'm going to work on all week. All right, so first thing I got to work on today is actually that. And I know we've already said we're not going to really do ATV stuff, so it's really not an ATV thing. It's more of a carburetor thing I want to talk about. And really it's more just about the frustrations of owning a shop and dealing with just people who are good people, but do things that are super frustrating sometimes. Like, I'm sure I do plenty of frustrating things to other people too. So this gentleman brought me this ATV last week, and it's like, yeah, it's been sitting a while, you know, I need to get it running, blah, 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 okay. And he didn't seem like he wasn't in a hurry, and okay, drop it off. Well, as you can see, if you look over there, it's got a plow on it. And we got a storm coming. So he comes in yesterday, says, oh, I really need that before the storm comes in. I gotta go. Okay, so, all right, no problem. We got the parts in. I got the carb kit. No big deal, right? All right, fine. And it's still, like, this is no big deal, but it's funny to me because if you look at this carburetor, you see that? That kind of buildup takes forever to happen. So this thing has been sitting forever, and all of a sudden he's in a hurry. Oh, if I could just get through people's heads that maintain things and stay ahead of it, and it won't be a problem. Anyway, gonna clean this carburetor. So here, this will be another great example of what the ultrasonic spa can do for you if you want to get one. Again, link in the description. They're freaking amazing little pieces of machinery. So take a good look at this carburetor. Like I said, that right there. We're going to go, it's going to spend some time thinking about what it did in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll pull it out and I'll show you guys what it ends up looking like when we're done with it. Other than that, I'm not going to show you anything because it's an ATV. All right, waiting for that nasty carburetor to cook. Got one more tire to change to get the spiky tires on for this guy. He's going to be doing some riding in the snow. So I'm going to take care of that right now, and then we'll get back at it. I hate making mistakes like that. That's not fun. It's mail time, baby. So stoked. I got something sweet for old Daisy. We don't need to, like, unbox it because it's right here. Check it out. Oh. New Acerbis X seat. Very excited. Now, a lot of people have seen these and be like, it's so hard and so, like, it's uncomfortable. Stand up on your motorcycle, okay? A bike that has this on it was not made to be sat upon. Now, that's no offense to you guys that are sit-down riders. I've been passed by a lot of you guys going way faster than me with you sitting down, so I get it. But for me, I like to stand up. and these things are sweet. The reason I like these seats, first of all, completely waterproof. That's awesome. That means if you go ride in the snow or in the rain or the whatever, it doesn't get soaked and all squishy and or heavy. The other thing is, they're almost indestructible. I had one on my 2012 300, and it was brilliant. I crashed and whatever a million times. The thing looked perfect. This is not a paid deal. I had to buy this thing. So I contacted the service. They never got back to me. Big surprise. They're Italians. You know, whatever. Anyway, I'm super psyched to put this on Daisy. Let's go do that right now. I'm gonna make you wish you never heard of me. Don't go messing with my girl. If you think something of your life, get yourself out of my world and keep your hands off of my plate. I'm gonna knock you right into next week. I'm gonna cut you deep until you bleed. I'm gonna burn your house and burn it down. Alright, so the only little thing you need to know about installing a seat, at least on the new machines, is that the inserts in these seats like to spin if the bolt gets a little corroded in there or whatever. So I put a little anti-seize on them. I've already done that. I'm going to run that in there. Pretty stoked about that. I really like the profile of it. It's a little more flat than the other one. The other one was kind of getting all sacked out and low here. So this will give me a better distance between seat and peg, so I'm not so cramped when I do sit down. Also, this is the soft version, so it's not super duper hard. Should have a lot of grip. Should be really good. I am stoked. So there will be a full review on this thing once I'm up and riding. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit. I got about a month left before I can ride motorcycles, so still got a little while, but definitely stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that so you don't miss that video. I'm really stoked about this seat. They're $199 for this bike. It's kind of a lot of money, but if it lasts as long as the one that on my 12, then it's totally going to be worth it because I never have to recover it, never have to do anything but just ride my motorcycle. And that's always the goal with all the stuff I put on these things, is just to keep it so I just go ride my motorcycle. All right, let's get back to work. So the carburetor for the ATV is still cooking. I'm doing it a second time because it was so nasty. But we got the parts in for this carburetor now. So we can put the mid-body gasket in and all the rest of the rebuild kit and get this thing dialed and back in that bike so it can run again. And the owner can be happy and pop wheelies and do things. So let's get that done here real fast. Again, not going to go deep into this because I have another video all about that. Again, I'll put another card up here for that, if you guys want to check that out. It's a pretty good one. It's getting a lot of views, actually, which is cool. And I think people are responding well to it. So if you want to check the in-depth FCR carburetor video out, it'll be there. Also, link in the description. But for now, I'm just going to put this one back together. So here we go. So here's an interesting thing. So the FCR carburetors, and I mean, I knew this before, and I just thought we had the right part, but the FCR carburetors are not all the same. Even though they look the same, basically, from the outside, and the jets are all the same as far as like the style of jet and all that, they're not the same. And sadly, this kit is not the right kit, and we don't have it. We have two of the different ones, but there's three different mid-body kits that you need. And I thought we had the right one. We don't. Not a big deal. Customer's not in a hurry, so it's like, whatever. I just want to get it off my lift, is all. And, you know, getting paid for it would be nice too, but really, I just want it done. It's in pieces now, and now we got to wait another couple days to get one. It's not a huge thing, but that's something to know. If you got an FCR carburetor and you got to rebuild it and you want to put a mid-body gasket kit in it, make sure you got the right one. And they're like really, really close. Like they're super close. They all kind of look the same, but they're all just enough different that they won't work. So back to the ATVs for now. All right, so I got that gnarly carburetor from the ATV out of the ultrasonic cleaner. And if you guys ever had any doubts of how good those things work, look at this thing. Burp. Dude, it is mint looking. It's so freaking good. I mean, look at that. That's that gnarly, built up, nasty is gone, man. And honestly, that's just pulled it out. I blew it out with some air, a little bit of brake clean to kind of get some of the stuff that was just kind of floating around in the cleaner out. And that thing, yeah, super good. Again, I'm using this green stuff. The Fabuloso does this good, if not better. That's really what I like to use the most. Again, I just have a ton of this green stuff. I'm trying to burn it up before I buy more Fabuloso. But yeah, holy moly. Yeah, so good. I'll put this thing back together. I'm not going to film that. It's pretty boring. But yeah, get the thing back together, get the ATV running, and we'll move on to something else cool. Like, I think we might get to work on the XR100 next, which would be awesome. All right, we're nearing the end of the day. We got the ATVs all done. Look, there's none back there. That's a good thing. So, got those all done. Now we're on to dirt bikes again. And here's a funny little story. So, customer dropped off an XR100. Phenomenal motorcycles. Absolutely love these things. Wish they still made them just like this. Anyway, he dropped it off, said, been sitting a few months, couple months, whatever. Just get it running, give it a full service, whatever. Okay, great. So I took a look at it. Front tire, super duper flat. And I'm like, I don't know about the few months. Okay, whatever. So I'm like, let's pull it up, slap a spark plug in it, see if it starts. Kick. Nothing, right? Nothing. Smell the gas. It definitely smells old. That's a thing, by the way. If you're working on stuff, I don't know how much you guys know. I know some of you guys watching this have been around motorcycles and stuff like this your whole lives, so you know what I'm talking about. Other guys are brand new to the sport and all that, and you don't. But gas has a way it should smell when it's fresh. This one doesn't smell like that. It's not horrible by any means, but it's definitely not great. So I'm kick, choke on, choke off, whatever. And then I realize I'm not twisting the throttle. So I'm like, oh, maybe you just need to twist the throttle and kind of open it up a little bit. Hold on. Here we go. But look, it doesn't. It doesn't turn. I'm not going to pull too hard because I've broken cables that way. So what that means is that the slide in there is stuck. And the only way that that happens is if this thing has been sitting quite some time. So always got to verify what the customer says. No big deal. He's down to fix it. It's not a problem. These carburetors are super easy to get off and clean. I'm sure it doesn't need a kit. If it does, again, it's not that big a deal. So it's not a huge problem, but it's just kind of funny thing that people say it's just been sitting for a couple months. Unless their couple months is like 18 to 24, then we're not on the same page. So I'm going to pull this carburetor off, take it out, put it in the ultrasonic spa. End of the day, having a hard time talking. Anyway, get it all cleaned up, get this thing running, put a tube in it, service it, change the oil, all that stuff. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, we'll kind of go through some of that. I'm not going to go in depth unless I find something I feel like you got to see. But yeah, start by taking this carburetor off. So remember earlier when I showed you the carburetor off that ATV? So I looked closer at that work order, and that had been sitting 3 years, right? That's what made that gnarly carburetor that gnarly. Kind of looks the same. Interesting. I doubt it's been 3 years, but I bet it's all of a year, year and a half. So that makes me giggle. So here's the thing, quick little tech tip. When the throttle won't open on one of these things and you need to get it off, unscrewing this and is not going to help, right? Because the slide's not going to want to move, at least not right away. So what we need to do is we need to come in here with some brake cleaner and ooh, you can feel the stickiness in there. So brake cleaner and spray it in there, and hopefully it'll get around there and break that loose, and then we can open the throttle, then we can take the top off, then we can get it in the ultrasonic. Side. There we go. Freed her up. Now she's off. Gonna take it apart, chuck it in the ultrasonic, and get it all shined up and ready to rock and roll. Right on, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 10 of the Daily Shlog. That little carburetor, we got her over in the ultrasonic spa. I actually didn't run it yet because it's the end of the day, and I'm going to go home and hang out with my family and my dog. She's my dog. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you like this stuff. It really means a lot that you watch. I love all the comments. Keep them coming. Seriously, any questions you have, I'm happy to answer them as best I possibly can. Thanks so much. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels, and please, 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 find some time to ride your dirt bikes.